Hey, what's up everyone, Kendall from Smith's Tech here. So I'm bringing you guys a brief video game review of Tom Clancy's new Recon Wildlands. Now I've had some high expectations for Wildlands ever since I saw the original teasers for it about a year ago, and now that I've got the chance to spend about 10 hours in the game, I've developed some mixed feelings about it. So is it worth the hype, or is it causing Mr. Clancy to roll over in his grave? Let's find out. Now guys, I'm going to be completely honest here. I was very worried about this game. After the letdown The Division was for me, and many other gamers, I wasn't sure if Ubisoft was really moving in the right direction. That being said, let me be the first to say this is definitely not The Division. While The Division lacked, well, content, variety in its enemies, aesthetic features, no real story, and underwhelming multiplayer experience, Wildlands does not, at least for the most part. Now is it perfect? No. Is it a really good game? At times. The game lacks an interesting story. Now, Ubisoft has a good base here. I think the story has potential to be really interesting, but the characters just absolutely kill it. The Ubisoft Paris team has failed to make a single character in the game memorable, especially the guys that are on your squad. They have some good dialogue from time to time that helps make the game more interesting when you're driving from one province to the next, but they're really forgettable. When I think back to some of my favorite games of all time, like Borderlands 2 and Splinter Cell Blacklist, for example, they all had characters whom I remember their name and their story. Wildlands simply doesn't have this. So what's actually good then? Well, this is an open world game and Ubisoft nailed that aspect. The world is huge, and I mean absolutely huge. I spent hours just in the first province trying to collect everything and complete the side missions, which leads me to the best part. There is tons to do. Now yes, the side missions tend to repeat themselves from area to area. That being said, it doesn't happen often enough to really bug me. I hate to make the comparison again, but this is where Wildlands blows The Division out of the water. When The Division released, the amount of stuff to do in the world was laughable. It was go kill these bad guys in this area and get some crappy loot from it. In Wildlands, you're stealing airplanes, interrogating people, and destroying casinos. That's really where this game shines. The world's littered with hidden areas, vehicles, towns, villages, bad guys to kill, and not to mention the picturesque landscape that is beautiful. This game becomes even better as you are able to seamlessly launch into a multiplayer session with friends or randoms. To me, this is where the most fun is to be had in this game. What's better than hopping into a huge world with your friends to kill cartel members? Exactly, nothing. This allows for many funny moments as well as some really tactical styles of play as you explore a world with your friends. There's no shortage of awesome headshots, helicopter crashing, and exploding goodness when you play with friends. Unfortunately, guys, the good kind of stops here, with my final point being about progression. There isn't any. The game fails to give me any incentive to really want to progress further into the game. It does have quite a few guns, which is excellent. However, the abilities to unlock for your character are very lackluster. You can easily move through the game without unlocking the majority of these abilities. The gunsmith is another lackluster attribute of progression, as there aren't enough interesting, or even really cool looking for all that matter, attachments to make them worth grinding for. All that being said, it really doesn't draw me to want to grind for hours just so I can unlock some pointless stuff. Now after hearing this, you probably are just thinking I'm dogging on this game, and well, with Ubisoft's history, I'd say it's probably pretty fair to be critical. That being said, this is definitely not a bad game, guys. The open world aspect is amazing with beautiful scenery in a world that is artfully crafted. Being able to hop in easily with friends and go try to end the production of cocaine across Bolivia is a blast. However, the boring single player, non-developed characters, and lackluster progression system simply makes this hard to suggest for those looking for a good story. I think Ubisoft Paris has given us a good game, much better than The Division ever was. This is a base that Ubisoft can really build on with some more added content and expansions. Lots of people would say that updates to The Division saved that game, but if you're like me, it was too late and we're already gone. I think Wildlands will be like The Division in that aspect, but you've got enough here to keep you entertained until those content releases come out. So do you need this game? Well, as always, that's up to you, but from my perspective, no. I can't say it's worth the $60 price point, at least right now. However, if you're looking for just a great multiplayer shooter that your friends will enjoy with you, it might be worth that. There's no shortage of those classic co-op moments where you get some awesome chain kills or just barely pull off that headshot before being spotted. This game really, honestly feels like Ubisoft made some weird concoction that is Far Cry mixed with a little bit of Splinter Cell. Guys, just to throw in one more little piece of detail, I am running this game on PC with an i5 6600K and an RX 480 8GB model. That being said, I was only able to run this game at 60 FPS on high settings at 1080p. So, it's going to be kind of a beefy game to run. You're going to have some high performance graphics cards to be able to run this game. I know of a lot of people that I've seen online that have been trying to run this on Ultra at 4K with a 1080, a GTX 1080 at 1080p, and haven't been able to hit that 60 FPS goodness that you want to hit on PC. Now, I set a cap on mine at 60 FPS to get the frame rates to kind of relax and stay right around 60, but it seems like a lot of people are having a hard time running this, so keep that into consideration when you're thinking about buying this game because it really hasn't been optimized that well yet. Alright guys, that's going to do it for us today. I didn't want to go insanely in-depth with this review simply to save time. That being said, if you'd like more in-depth, please let me know in the comments. Also let me know if you liked this, and if you didn't, why. We're trying to grow this channel and we want all of your thoughts. Leave us a like and subscribe for more Smooth Tech. Follow me at Smoothest Tech on Twitter, and thanks for watching guys.
Enemy activity, stay sharp.
Better than the Division.
Yeah, 100%. I like it.
Alright, we're all clear. Heads up, we got everybody hold up, we got
Eyes on a
hostiles
small
in the
group
area.
of tangos. Deploying drone.
The drone is airborne.
Looking at a small group of tangos.
Yeah, I also play the open beta and closed beta.
Gotcha.
It's
Cool.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
And
I think
target numbers.
single player, it's not nearly as enjoyable as with multiplayer, but I think the multiplayer experience
Yeah.
is so good it makes up for it.
He's number 5.
Eyes on a small
And I
group
think
of
with
tangos.
updates and content releases, it'll get even better, kind of like the Division did.
Yeah, it's got potential, 100%.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of snipers. Fuck.
They got a generator over here. Want to shut off their lights?
Oh, there is a lot of snipers. Jeez. You want to take out that guy at the gun?
Yeah, you can go ahead and shoot him. There's no one around him. Actually, there's two
That's a
coming
kill.
down the road behind him. Watch
Okay, we're
out.
still good.
You want to mark one? I can hit one if you want to hit the other one.
I can grab two.
Bowman didn't have any intel on what this guy
3,
Wagner
2,
looks like.
1.
As my soon-to-be ex likes to say, when in doubt, ask
Sweet.
someone. I think he left the word motherfucker off the end of that sentence. When it comes to my ex, the motherfucker is implied.
Silver mine over there.
Santa Blanca took them all over in this area. Higher above Edge's Plateau to match the digging for them.
As far as the miner's concerned, what's the difference between the two? One boss is as bad as another when you're trapped a mile underground.
We're still good.
He's dead.
Got a sniper down.
Watch it. Hombre heard your tango fall.
Watch that sniper in that tower behind us.